Ever wondered how that morning cup of coffee affects your heart? It's a question that might have crossed your mind as you sip on your daily dose of caffeine. As a stimulant found in various beverages and products, caffeine has a significant effect on the cardiovascular system, particularly the heart. Caffeine is like that friend who always brings energy to the party. It's a buzz in a cup. This pervasive substance is absorbed through various routes and reaches its peak concentration within an hour. Imagine your heart as a bustling city and caffeine as the rush hour traffic, causing a positive inotropic action on the myocardium and facilitating norepinephrine release. Now let's not forget that caffeine has a half-life of 2 to 12 hours and is primarily metabolized in the liver. The main determinants of plasma caffeine concentration are the elimination half-life and the time since it was last consumed. So it's like the lingering guest who doesn't realize the party is over. While caffeine is often associated with coffee, it's also found in tea, soft drinks, and even certain medications. It's as ubiquitous as smartphones in today's world. In the United States alone, about 90 million adults consume caffeine daily. It's like a morning ritual, a universal language of wakefulness. But just like every coin has two sides, caffeine too has its share of pros and cons. On one hand, it increases alertness, reduces fatigue, and improves concentration. On the other hand, excessive consumption can lead to health problems, including anxiety, weight gain, and heart disease. So you might ask, what happens when we take that first sip of coffee in the morning? Tune in as we delve deeper into the journey of caffeine through your body, its impact on your heart, and how to strike a balance for a healthy heart. And don't forget to check out the links in the description for some heart-healthy recommendations from our team. When that caffeine hits your bloodstream, it's like a morning alarm for your heart. You know that jolt you feel when you take the first sip of your morning coffee? That's caffeine knocking at the door of your cardiovascular system, ready to kickstart your day. Imagine your heart as a drummer. Normally, it's playing a steady beat, like a cool jazz rhythm. But when caffeine enters the scene, it's like a fast-paced rock song that gets the drummer playing faster and faster. This is because caffeine has a stimulating effect on your heart, causing it to pump blood more rapidly and increasing your heart rate. But that's not all. Caffeine also plays a role in elevating your blood pressure. Think of it as turning up the volume on your favorite song. It's fun at first, but if it gets too loud, it can be a bit uncomfortable, right? Similarly, a temporary spike in blood pressure might not be a problem for most people, but for those with certain health conditions, it can pose risks. Now let's take a moment to talk about arrhythmias. These are irregular heart rhythms, and they're like a drummer who's lost the beat. It can be a little disconcerting, to say the least. Caffeine can be a trigger for these arrhythmias, especially if you're sensitive to its effects, or if you consume it in large quantities. It's a bit like playing that fast-paced rock song on repeat. Eventually, the drummer is bound to miss a beat. But hey, it's not all heart-pounding news. There's a flip side to this coin. Like many things in life, caffeine isn't all bad or all good. It's all about moderation and understanding how your body responds to it. So the next time you reach for that cup of coffee, remember the drummer in your heart, and make sure you're not turning up the beat too high. Believe it or not, your heart might actually be thanking you for that cup of joe. Yes, you heard it right. Caffeine, the most widely consumed non-prescription drug in America, has been associated with potential cardiovascular benefits. Now hold your horses, because we're talking about moderate consumption, not guzzling down a pot of coffee every day. Research shows that caffeine consumption can have a protective effect against heart failure and stroke. Think of it as a knight in shining armor, standing guard over your heart's fortress. But remember, even knights need their rest. So moderation is key. Caffeine increases heart rate and temporarily elevates blood pressure. It's like your heart is running a marathon without leaving your chest. But here's the silver lining. These effects are temporary and usually disappear after about an hour. So your heart isn't on a never-ending treadmill, it just goes for a quick jog. Furthermore, caffeine may also have a stabilizing effect on blood pressure during physical activity. It's like having a personal trainer for your heart, making sure it doesn't overexert itself. And who wouldn't want that? In addition to these potential benefits, caffeine has also been shown to improve endothelial cell function, which plays a crucial role in preventing arterial damage and regulating vascular tone. Imagine your blood vessels as a network of highways. Well, caffeine acts like a traffic controller, ensuring smooth and efficient traffic flow. But let's not forget those who might be more sensitive to caffeine. For them, the effects could be more pronounced, like a rock concert in their chest. That's why it's important to be aware of your personal tolerance levels and underlying health conditions. So it seems like our heart has a bit of a love-hate relationship with caffeine. But what does this mean for us? Well, it's a reminder that while caffeine can be a friend to our hearts, we need to respect its power and consume it responsibly. After all, even superheroes have their limits. Well, when it comes to caffeine, it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You know, it's a bit like trying to find the perfect pair of jeans. While one might fit you like a glove, it might be too tight or too loose on someone else. Just as we all have unique body types, our bodies also respond to caffeine in different ways. For some, a single cup of coffee can make their heart race like a cheetah chasing after its prey. For others, they can gulp down 3 cups and still feel as calm as a Zen master in deep meditation. Now, this isn't some magic trick or a superpower. It's all about our individual tolerance levels and underlying health conditions. The effects of caffeine can vary greatly depending on factors such as weight, age, medication use, and even genetic factors. For example, someone with high blood pressure might feel the caffeine-induced blood pressure spike more intensely than someone with normal blood pressure. Similarly, if you're not a regular coffee drinker, that first cup might make your heart do a little jig, thanks to caffeine's stimulating effect on the heart. But before you start worrying about your daily coffee ritual, let's not forget that caffeine also has its share of benefits. It can improve alertness, reduce fatigue, and even potentially reduce the risk of certain cancers. It's just about finding that sweet spot where you can enjoy the benefits without overdoing it. And if you're wondering how to find that sweet spot, well, that's where the listen to your body mantra comes in. Pay attention to how your body reacts to caffeine. If you feel jittery, restless, or experience a rapid heartbeat after a cup of coffee, it might be a sign that you're overdoing it. I know, with all this talk about caffeine, you might be thinking about giving up on your favorite cup of joe. But don't worry, we've got you covered. Check out the links in the description below for some resources on maintaining a healthy heart. Remember, while caffeine can give us that much-needed morning boost, moderation is key. So the next time you reach for that cup of coffee, remember, it's not just about the taste, it's also about how it makes you feel. After all, a healthy heart is a happy heart. So we've journeyed from our morning coffee ritual to the inner workings of our heart. It's been a thrilling ride, hasn't it? Let's take a moment to revisit the high points of this caffeine-fueled journey, shall we? We began with the comforting warmth of our morning coffee, tea, or soft drink, and discovered that caffeine, the pick-me-up we all love, is a potent stimulant that's found its way into the daily lives of millions worldwide. We then delved deeper, exploring the hidden depths of our hearts, and learned how caffeine quickens the beat and sends blood pressure soaring, like a roller coaster on an adrenaline rush. But it's not all heart-thumping excitement. We also found a silver lining in the caffeine cloud. Moderate caffeine consumption can potentially offer some protection against heart failure and stroke. It's like having your own personal superhero, fighting off the villains of cardiovascular disease. But remember, not all heroes wear capes, and not all bodies react to caffeine in the same way. It's important to be aware of our individual tolerance levels and underlying health conditions. Like a custom-made suit, our caffeine intake should be tailored to our unique specifications. In the grand scheme of things, moderation is key. It's like a beautifully choreographed dance where caffeine and your heart move in harmony, neither one overpowering the other. And while we all love the occasional solo, a balanced duet is what keeps the show going. Now, we encourage you to click on the links in the description for resources our team recommends for maintaining a healthy heart. These tools will help you strike the perfect balance and keep the dance between caffeine and your heart in sync. So how will this information change your caffeine habits? Will you be making any adjustments to your morning ritual? Remember, every decision you make, every beverage you consume, every sip you take, it all matters when it comes to your heart. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. We appreciate your continued support and look forward to exploring more health topics with you. Remember, a healthy heart leads to a healthy life. So until next time, keep those hearts beating strong and your coffee, tea, or soft drink sips moderate. And remember, every sip matters when it comes to your heart. Before we wrap up, we want to take a moment to thank you for joining us on this caffeinated journey through the heart. We hope you found our exploration both enlightening and enjoyable. If you did, please do us a favor and hit that like button below. It lets us know that we're on the right track, and it helps more people find our content. If you want to journey with us again, or if you're interested in exploring more health and wellness topics, consider subscribing to our channel. We've got a lot more in store, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. Remember, your health is your wealth. Stay informed, stay healthy, and keep watching our videos for more insights. Until next time, keep those hearts beating strong, and remember, every sip matters when it comes to your heart.